Why do you build me up? Buttercup, baby, just to let me down and mess me around, and the worst of all.
What is going on, guys? We are at Hersheypark today for opening day, and right now we're in line for Sky Rush to try out the new restraints for the first time. And so, Evie, what are you ready for this? Oh yeah! Okay, so we just rode Sky Rush with the all-new restraints, and I'd rate it a 9 out of 10. They are much smoother with. It is much smoother than the old restraints, and the air time's crazier too. And the station in general looks crazy. And as you can see, Great Bear right now is not operating. Hopefully, it'll open for us later today. And so, Evie, what'd you think of Sky Rush with the new restraints?
I'll definitely give it a 9.5. The restraints are very comfortable, and the new seats, and yeah, and overall the station they upgraded it, and it looks really nice.
Okay, so we just rode Wildcats Revenge, and I'd rate it a 6.5 out of 10. I got stapled in. That ride-off stapled the I don't know what out of me, and we waited like almost an hour for it, but it was still a good ride on Wildcats Revenge. I still got a decent amount of airtime regardless of being stapled. And so, Evie, what'd you think of it?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 7. Yeah, the wait was really long. It broke down while we were waiting in line, so we had to wait a while. And yeah, but other than that though, the airtime was like really good.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we just rode the lightning side of Lightning Racer, and I'd rate it 6.5 out of 10. The wait time, the wait got like increased because of something like I don't know what that happened, and we felt a rattle throughout all of the course on Lightning Racer. I especially felt it in the last helix. And so, Evie, what'd you think of it?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 7. Yeah, I did feel a rattle throughout the ride, but other than that, it was alright.
Okay, so we just rode the Thunder side of Lightning Racer, and I'd rate that a 6 out of 10. Like, it went down right when we were close to getting on a train, and yeah, what the heck is with our luck today? And so, Evie, what'd you think of Thunder side?
I'm gonna give it a 6. Yeah, it went down like literally right before we were about to get on, so we had to wait a little bit. But other than that, the ride itself was actually good.
Oh yeah. Here's the new version of Overlook Food Court. They completely overhauled it. Self-checkout now, and the sweetest place on earth sign. There's the site where they're potentially planning something new for 2025. And the site looks like big. There are markings, as you can see, that go all the way over here. Okay, so we just rode Great Bear, and I'd rate it a 5.5 out of 10. We waited over an hour for it, and yeah. So, Evie, what do you think of it?
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna give it a 7.5 because yeah, we did wait a very long time for it, but I have to say it is hauling now. It honestly felt like it was running a lot faster.
Okay, so we just rode the Claw, and I'd rate it an 8.5 out of 10. It was a good ride, and but we got the low side, but it was still the first ride we rode today that didn't have an hour plus wait or didn't break down while we were waiting, so that's a good thing. And so, Evie, what did you think of it?
Yeah, it was a decent ride. Yeah, give it an 8.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we just rode to Hershey's Tower, and I'd rate it an 8 out of 10. It was a good ride on it, and so Evie, what'd you think of it?
Yeah, it was a good ride back on it. I'll give it an 8 as well.
Oh, okay, so we just rode Trailblazer, and I'd rate it a 7.5 out of 10. It was really good, and so Evie, what'd you think of it?
Yeah, that was actually a decent ride on Trailblazer. I'm gonna give it an 8.
Oh, okay, yeah. So we just rode the Ferris wheel, and I'd rate it an 8 out of 10. It was a good ride on it, and so Evie, what'd you think of it?
Yeah, it was a good ride on Ferris wheel. I'll give it an 8 too.
Oh, okay, yeah. So we just rode Jolly Rancher Remix, and I'd rate it a 7 out of 10. It was a good ride on it, but sadly they've turned off the fog, so you can't smell the flavors anymore. And that was another lit part about the experience of Jolly Rancher Remix. And so, Evie, what'd you think of it?
I had a decent ride on it. Give it an 8.
Okay, so we just rode Mix, and I'd rate it an 8.5 out of 10. It was a good last ride of the night on Mix, and I'm happy I actually got back on my favorite flat with pure luck today, because yeah, and that's the ride where we were eating closest to at the time when they were still letting people on rides before closing. So it was really good that I got back on Mixed. And so, Evie, what'd you think of it?
Yeah, it was a decent ride on Mixed. Give it a 9.
Oh, yeah. So I would say this is a Hersheypark happy day, but this was an opening day full of waits and malfunctions, which was a pain, and we didn't get around to Candymonium right there, or Storm Runner, or Fahrenheit. But I would still say today was a Hersheypark happy day with the coasters we were able to get on. I even put it over opening day 2021, because at that opening day there were barely any rides open, and even Sky Rush was down due to temps, and only Great Bear opened later in the day that day because of the temps. And this opening day compared to that was better, because Great Bear opened much earlier in the day, and we have of course gone on that, and we got on the coasters that we weren't able to get on at Hershey's opening day 2021. And I would say this day felt more like that day, but a little different. And so, Evie, how would you say it was?
Yeah, it was an alright day. Yeah, I mean, I was happy to get back here, get back on coasters again for the season. But yeah, some of the waits today were, a little long, and there were a lot of rides that had malfunctions. But overall, though, I think it was good to get back up here, and I can't wait to get back here soon.
Oh yeah, so make sure to reply to me your thoughts on this video, and make sure to stay tuned for more coming soon to Coaster Plus Music 19, and make sure to go check out my merch store on Bonfire. I'll have a link in the description, especially because I just released a bunch of merch themed to Knoebels, because Knoebels is my favorite park in PA, as you know, and I have released a bunch of new merch based off of that. So especially make sure to go check out my merch store on Bonfire. I'll have a link in the description. And make sure to reply to me your thoughts on this video, and make sure to stay tuned for more coming soon to Coaster Plus Music 19, and I will see you in the next.